Hello everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you today for the first webinar of Saint-Gobain Marine. Our topic of the webinar is Building Tomorrow's Vessels with Lightweight Solution. My name is Kjetil Bjørgen, International Specification Manager for Saint-Gobain Marine. In this webinar, I will also be accompanied by Carole Durantet, International Market Manager, Marine and Offshore for Saint-Gobain Technical Insulation. Say hello, Carole.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And also with us here today, we have Luis de la Cova, Sales Relationship Manager, Europe Marine. Say hello, Luis.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pleased to be here with you all.
Our presentation consists of two parts. The first part, as listed on your screen, the main sustainability challenges and regulations in marine and offshore, how lightweight materials help to meet your green shipbuilding targets, and of course, how our solutions will help to reduce the weight of your projects. The second part will be an approximately 20 minutes Q&A session. You may already now start asking your questions in the chat. Simply click the Q&A button on the right side of your screen, start typing, and then submit. You may also like the other questions that's already listed, as the ones with the most likes will be prioritized. There might not be time for us to answer all of your questions here today, but all of you will receive this entire webinar afterwards, also including the questions that were not answered. So please ask, and we will try our utmost to meet your expectations. Before we go into and talk about lightweight solutions, let me introduce you to the Saint-Gobain Marine companies, even though I'm sure you already know a lot of them. Saint-Gobain Marine have a broad spectrum of products. We have lightweight insulation, we have numerous lightweight floor systems and plywood, a wide range of coating technologies, complete valve packages and piping products, acoustic panels, baffles and sealing systems, a fiberboard range, high-performance radomes, and much, much more. In today's webinar, we will focus on sustainable and lightweight solutions from Saint-Gobain Technical Insulation and Saint-Gobain Retrotech. Our mission is to enable lighter and more efficient ships and platforms to be constructed, to reduce energy and fuel consumption, to increase payload capacity, to increase security and fire safety, to extend the life of your projects, and to reduce the downtime of costly repairs. And last but not least, to improve the comfort of crew and passengers. We have brought together some of the group's best specialists within the fields of glazing, insulation, flooring, interior finishing, piping products, coating solutions, and much, much more. Our collaborating specialists have developed an array of revolutionary lightweight products for building ships and oil rigs. All this in order to meet the future demands on decreasing onboard energy consumption and to increase onboard comfort and safety. We provide solutions for all of your needs. We can support your marine and offshore projects, whatever your priorities, whether it's sustainability, thermal, acoustic, visual comfort, design, fire safety, durability, security, total cost of ownership, or total cost of installation. Sustainable challenges, new regulations. What does the future hold for us? Well, the maritime technology, which have a great impact for all of the maritime industry, is very important, and at the same time a challenge, which all shipbuilding nations needs to constantly develop in order to meet the innovative, sustainable, and environmental solutions for the future. We think that lightweight solutions is our contribution to meet those challenges. Within sustainable frames, the goal is increased competitiveness, strengthened adaptability, and improved interactions and flow of knowledge between this environmental and maritime sector. In order to reach these goals, it's necessary with research that contributes to new competence and innovations within the areas: the maritime sector, autonomic and remote controlled ships, digitalization of the maritime sector, safety at sea, climate and environmental maritime operations. Development of competence and ownership to the areas which are essential to secure development and competitiveness includes maritime sectors like ship design or naval architects, marine construction and production techniques, system engineering, and maritime logistics systems. To succeed with the environmental change within the maritime sector, it is important that the new technology is safe to use, with low risk of material values or personal injury. Maritime technology have great importance for all marine industry. In addition to maritime sector, this includes the petroleum industry, fisheries segment, renewable energy like offshore windmill parks. Technology development for ships that could contribute to decrease emissions of greenhouse gases includes the fuel or energy carriers like hydrogen and ammonia. I would like to introduce to you an external speaker, David Westgård Jansson. He is an experienced chief engineer and project manager now working for Boreal Norway AS. Amongst the many projects he's been involved with, Vision of the Fjords, the first ever built fully electric carbon fiber vessel, Ship of the Year award winner in 2018. In the video that we are about to show you, we will hear David talk of lightweight and what that means to him. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is David Westgård Jansson. I'm project manager in Boreal for the Oslo Island ferries. The ferries will be using electricity from shore charging to batteries for the whole route. Challenges for weight on board ships is that all added weight on board a ship will also add extra energy consumption. So in order to save weight, you need lightweight materials, but they also need to have similar properties as the heavier materials due to rules and regulations. Weight is considered early in the project, usually by setting up a weight budget. Then we constantly control that the materials and equipment is within the limits. It is a lot of work, but the gains in future energy saving is substantial. What we expect for suppliers for lightweight solutions is that they ask the customer what we are looking for and that they can be flexible to supply tailor-made solutions.
In the video, we heard David talk a bit about weight budget. What is a weight budget really, and how is Saint-Gobain Marine contributing? The first weight budget is already done early in the basic design stage. It is directly linked to notification and class of the project. A weight budget must be maintained for propulsion estimation, stability, how deep the vessel is in the water, and is also dependent on the hull type itself. An early budget is at first basically made on experience. Calculating the weight of the steel or aluminum hull is easy enough, but from basic design and until the project is done, there is a series of weight estimations done on the different materials used on board. For a ship owner, minimum weight means maximum benefits, thanks to massive savings in energy consumption. When every gram means higher costs, the enormous weight savings realized with our solutions significantly reduce consumption and emissions. And all this is achieved with at least the same levels of comfort and safety. Earlier in the presentation, I mentioned Saint-Gobain Marine brings together leading international brands. Today we are going to focus on two of them. Carole Durantet is going to present the lightweight insulation solution. Carole, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Kjetil. Hello, everybody. I'm pleased to be on behalf of Saint-Gobain Technical Insulation, your interlocutor today to talk about our lightweight insulation offer. So let me introduce first Saint-Gobain Technical Insulation. Saint-Gobain Technical Insulation creates insulation solutions to design energy-efficient construction, to provide safe comfort for end users, and to help to protect the environment across all technical markets, from marine to process industry and HVAC since 1937. Thanks to a worldwide presence deployed locally, we continuously upgrade our catalog of solutions and services to best fulfill our customer needs. Next, please, Kjetil. As I said, with global resources and local deployment and with a very good distribution networks, our insulation solution can be found everywhere under either brandings or local brandings. Next, thanks. So our solutions cover the full scope of your insulation needs for any ship or offshore installation. Our first market is obviously fire protection, thermoacoustic insulation for main division, but not only. We are also providing insulation solutions to the marine equipment industry for linings, ceilings, floorings, and fire doors. And we also address all technical areas like high temperature application, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, thanks to tailor-made solutions. Next one, Kjetil, thanks. So here I would like to focus on our solutions that are lighter, more energy efficient and sustainable to help you answering the challenge that Kjetil just presented before, meaning cost-effective solution to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions and lower the energy bills while ensuring best comfort and safety. So first, UC Protect range is designed to address your fire protection and comfort needs. It results from more than 25 years of intense research carried out by Isover to develop a new generation of mineral wool with excellent fire properties, thermal and acoustic properties, combined with a drastically reduced weight when compared to traditional solutions. UC Protect is up to 45% lighter than traditional stone wool. Then in our range, we have also Sea Comfort glass and stone wool, which are perfect complement to UC Protect range to address thermoacoustic demands and for your OEM equipments. And thanks to our expertise in process industry and HVAC, product line like U-Protect pipe section and clean pipes are the lightest solution to embark. And as we are constantly adding to our range and pushing the limits of our solution, I'm pleased today to present our latest innovation, Sea Climaver. So Sea Climaver is a self-supporting air duct, light, cost-effective, easy to install, and is an alternative to traditional insulated metal duct. So let's see now the benefits of this solution, focusing on the topic of today, weight savings. So whether you're looking for fire protection, optimal thermal performance, or advanced sound insulation, with our UC Protect range, you will benefit from maximum installation comfort and the lightest mineral wool insulation solution on the market. Therefore, UC Protect solution will fully contribute to the common goal of the industry to deliver lightweight construction with improved comfort and quietness aboard. Let's take this example, this RoPax vessel being fully insulated with UC Protect solution. Thanks to the lightness and efficiency of our solution, insulation weight has been decreased by 60% versus the original plans. This translates directly into reduced fuel consumption, which in turn decreases the greenhouse gas emissions. Next one, please, Jetil. Second example is to speak about Sea Comfort solution. This is a complete range of products for comfort application. These products offer a number of benefits that include high level of thermal and acoustic insulation, excellent reaction to fire and ease of installation, and it's characterized by being a lightweight and flexible insulation. Here again, this is an example of a cruise ship being insulated with Sea Comfort solution for thermal and acoustic requirements. Weight saving was up to 45% versus the original specification. And again, be sure that these savings contributed to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Pipework is a part of any heating or sanitary system in vessels where fluids must be conveyed. Therefore, pipework has a major impact on the efficiency and comfort level of your vessel. And pipe insulation will optimize it in several ways. Isover pipe sections offer a unique combination of low thermal conductivity, optimal fire behavior, and excellent acoustic properties, as well as ease of installation. On this project, 3 kilometers of pipes have been substituted towards Isover solution, providing slight weight saving, but I let you calculate savings that it will represent on a cruise vessels, for example. And as I told before, our latest innovation, Sea-Climaver. So Sea-Climaver is a self-supporting duct for ventilation and air conditioning system in the form of a high-density, high-rigid glass wool panel. It has an exterior facing of aluminium foil that acts as a vapor barrier and an interior black facing offering high mechanical resistance. It's a unique system to replace metal ducts, providing insulation and comfort, and so light, only 2 kilograms per square meter. So compared to a traditional ductwork solution, meaning metal duct plus insulation, Sea-Climaver reduces the weight of your HVAC ductwork by up to 65%. So perfect for optimizing energy consumption and CO2 emission from your HVAC system. Our offer of lightweight solution have convinced the whole supply chain from distributor to ship owners, providing benefits for all key players, optimized logistics, reduced transportation costs, efficient installation, efficient insulation performances, reduction of cost of ownership and installation. I hope that you got a flavor of what Saint-Gobain technical insulation can provide for common challenges of reduction of carbon emissions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Carol, for your highlights and insight on our insulation solutions and their contribution to lighter vessels. We will now hear Luis tell us how Vetrotech's glass solutions furthermore adds to reduction of weight of your projects. Luis, take it away.
Thank you very much, Ketil. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm pleased to be here introducing our company, Vetrotech. So first of all, I'll give you an introduction and an overview of exactly what is it that we're doing so you can better understand who we are. And then later on during the presentation, I will speak about our lightweight solution. Next slide, please. So who are we? Vetrotech was founded in the year 1980 in order to develop fire-resistant and safety glass. We are the dedicated business unit within the Saint-Gobain group, which is dedicated for marine glazing solutions. We have our headquarters in Flamatt, Switzerland, while we're operating in 66 countries with over 1,000 people. We also have 7 main manufacturing production sites on 3 different continents. Next slide, please. Now, to give you an overview of where exactly our manufacturing sites are located, as well as our commercial and industrial footprint. Next slide, please. So, as I mentioned before, we have the support of 7 different production sites located in 3 different continents. However, out of those 7 manufacturing sites, we have 3 main dedicated production sites working with our marine solutions. Our main manufacturing site is located in Würselen in Germany. We have also the support with a factory located in Condren in France. And in the other side of the world, we have a production site located in Chennai, India, to better serve our Asian customers. Next slide, please. Now regarding the different market segments and applications that we're able to supply. Next slide, please. To give you an overview of to what kind of ships we're actually delivering our solutions, well, it's basically englobes all different kinds of ships, such as tankers and carriers. It could be oil and chemical tankers, as well as LNGs. We cover also all different types of passenger vessels, whether it's cruise ships, ferries and rope access, mega yachts, as well as different offshore platforms, such as oil and gas, and supply and standby vessels. We're also capable of delivering our solutions to what we call specialty vessels, which could be dredgers, tugs, any other sort of vessel, including fishing boats as well. Next slide, please. Now that I have shown you to which kind of vessels we supply our products, it's important for you to know in which part specifically of the ship is it that we are delivering our solution. So first of all, we're capable of delivering fire-resistant glass, covering all different classifications, whether it's from B0 up to A0, A60, and even H120. On the right side of the picture, you can see a red box highlighting the rescue boats. This is because there is a regulation that all the windows that are located near the rescue boats needs to be fire resistant in order to protect the rescue boats in case there is a fire from the inside towards the outside. Further on, we are also capable of delivering electrically heated glass, our product called Thermovit, which basically the function or the goal of this product is to ensure that the captain has a clear visibility when he's sitting on the bridge or on the wheelhouse, and whenever the vessel is sailing through tough environments and there's the need to melt down the snow or avoid condensation from the freezing temperatures outside. Further on, we are capable of delivering what we call pressure resistance in addition with coated glass. Usually these are the panes that are located towards the outside of the ship and need to withstand the pressure from the waves and from the wind. Usually there is a requirement for these glasses to be very thick and heavy laminated. I'll go into a little bit deeper on detail about these solutions later on the presentation. And we also have the possibility to deliver interior solutions, whether it's fire resistant or normal safety glass. It's important to mention that we're virtually able to combine all of the different solutions together through our multifunctional capability. Next slide, please. Now that you have an overview of the different products and the different solutions that we're able to offer, an additional service is that we could provide naval architects and ship owners and different engineering companies with a specification template. Very often, depending on the project, there are certain requirements in terms of U value, G factor, and light transmission in order to assure a good passenger experience and passenger comfort. What we're able to do is that we would supply the naval architects with a Word document based on detailing the specifications for these values that are better suitable for your project. It's important to mention that this is a Word document which you would be able to edit, and it's not that we're putting only the values that could be met with our products. We made the tailor-made solutions for your project, assuring that these values would ensure good passenger comfort and a good passenger experience. Not only do we do it with the glass, but we're able to also include the different frame makers onto this specification, so you can have the complete prescription work of the full windows. Next slide, please. Now, coming into the weight reduction solutions. In this part of the presentation, I'll go a little bit deeper on how is it that Vetrotech is able to help you achieve your green ship ambitions by reducing weight on board. By the way, if you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to address them in the Q&A chat. Next slide, please. Now, the way that earlier I mentioned that we're providing our solutions towards the pressure paints. As I mentioned, there's often a requirement to have very heavy and thick laminated glass in order for the glass to assure that it has a certain mechanical strength. Now, on the left side of the presentation, you can see what we call a conventional solution. Usually, the classifications authorities, such as Bureau Veritas, DNV, or RINA, come up with a nominal glass thickness. This means that the thickness of the pressure paints needs to be at least, in this case as an example, 25 millimeters, followed by the rest of the isolating glass unit. However, as I mentioned earlier, there's often the need for specific projects to meet certain glass values. As I mentioned, the U value, the G factor, or the light transmission, which needs that a coating needs to be added to the lamination. The issue is that these coatings are only available in 6, 8, or 10 millimeters, which means that there's the need to add an extra paint for the lamination towards the pressure paint. Next slide, please. So what we're able to do in Vetrotech is that we are capable of reducing the thickness of the lamination while still maintaining the mechanical strength of the glass to assure passenger safety. As we heard earlier in the video, David mentioned that yes, there's also a trend of using or a need of using lightweight solution. However, these materials need to assure that they withstand the requirements given by the classification societies. And this is the case that we achieve in Vetrotech. For example, before we saw that there was a need to use a 25 millimeter glass followed by a 6 millimeter. In this case, thanks to our product, which is called Static Light, we're able to reduce the overall thicknesses. Instead of using a 25 plus 6, we're able to use a 19 plus 6 lamination. Overall, this gives us an estimated weight saving of 18% on this specific case per kilo per square meter. Next slide, please. So as a recap, and the key message to take here is that our product Static Light, it's safer, which means there's a laminated glass that remains intact when broken. This is thanks to the PVB foil that it's adhered in between the paints. There's weight saving, which translates to less CO2 emissions. There's secure thermal performance in addition to the coatings, which means less need of HVAC system, and again, meaning less CO2 emissions. We're using less glass because we're using thinner glass, which means less resources, which is more environmentally friendly. We assure clear visibility, and we avoid the usage of 25 millimeter glass, which in the glass industry, its availability is hard to come by. We, of course, save weights, and we avoid the high pricing of this thickness. And also, we have the possibility of being design freedom. As I mentioned earlier, we are able to combine all of our different solutions through our multifunctionality. Next slide, please. Now, this is just a slide to give you an overview of the different stakeholders that we're in contact with and we've worked together in specifications, just to show you that we have a global and an international presence. You might recognize some names like Royal Caribbean, located in the US, Neo Architects, Hansen, Owners, P&O, etc. On the next slide, you will see frame manufacturer partners. The glass manufacturer, we are in need of having a good relationship and establishing partnership with different frame makers in order to supply the shipyard or the ship owner for the complete package of the full window. This is another slide to show you the different partnerships that we have across the globe. Maybe some of the names that you see are familiar. We're present in Italy, in Holland, Korea, China, the US, etc. Thank you very much for listening to myself. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions, we'll address them towards the end in our Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Luis, for your explanatory presentation of Vetrotech's contribution of how glazing solutions ethically add to weight reduction. To conclude our webinar before going into the Q&A session, we have heard Carol presenting Isover solutions. They have shown us that saving 1,000 kilos of insulation, or 1 ton if you like, will also save 1 ton of fuel in a year. But it will save 3 times that, the CO2 emissions, using conventional propulsion. This calculated by IMO conversion factor. Luis have also shown us that thanks to innovative glazing, that you can achieve weight savings up to 18.8% per square meter. Minimum weight will maximize your benefits, thanks to massive savings in energy consumption. When every gram added means higher cost, we have demonstrated here today that with our solutions, saving weight, we will significantly reduce consumption and emissions. And all this is achieved with at least the same levels of comfort and safety. Let me conclude. Together we can build tomorrow's vessels, and together we can raise the standard at sea. So, now with Carol and Luis, we will go into the Q&A session. Starting with the ones with the most likes, you can still ask or like the questions already in the Q&A section on the right side of your screen. Just open and have a look. And yeah, I think we will just jump right into it. Let us have a look. Are you ready, Luis and Carol?
I am.
Yes.
Okay then. So at the top, with 4 likes, why UC Protect solutions are lighter than other insulation solutions? This is for you, Carol.
Yes, I confirm that this is for me. Thanks for this question. As I told in my presentation, UC Protect solution results from more than 25 years of intense research from Isover to combine or to develop a new generation of mineral wool with excellent fire protection, thermal and acoustic properties, combined with a drastically reduced weight. This is made thanks to patented technology. So the composition or the raw material composition is likewise stone wool, but we have a different fiberizing process, which means that we convert all 100% of our fibers of the raw material composition towards fiber, so meaning a shot-free insulation material, and we control the length and the diameter of the fiber, which makes this outstanding performances for our UC Protect range. Clear enough? I hope so.
I think so. It's a good answer, I think. We have now a second question. I think I will leave this for Luis and Vetrotech. And it's from Martin. Can Vetrotech supply double-curved insulated glass?
Good afternoon, Martin. In theory, it's not one of our main products. We're usually not working with double-curved insulated glass. However, depending on the projects and the specific requirements for the inquiry, we could evaluate the possibility of processing this double curb insulating glass. Of course, we would need to know more, whether it's fire resistant, if it's for the pressure pane, so it needs to withstand the ISO 614 test. But please feel free to write me an email, and we can discuss further on what are specifically the needs for the project.
Thank you, Luis. And from Florian, what are your experiences working with shipyards? Feel free. I think Carol maybe is the correct person of us to answer, or?
Yes, I think we are all working, Jetil and Luis, we are all working with shipyards. So yes, how it is to work with them. As we are talking today about innovative solution, I think it's quite easy to work with them, since they are always looking towards innovative solution, especially at this moment where everybody is looking towards ways to decrease the greenhouse gases emission and to lighten the construction. So I think we are more than welcome when we bring some innovation that answer to their needs. I don't know if Luis or Cecil, if you want to complete.
I definitely concur with you.
Yeah, I can agree, add something. Usually, we're not dealing directly with the shipyard, meaning that we're not selling our products directly to the shipyard. However, we're in constant contact with some of the shipyards, especially now on how to help them achieve their green ship ambitions. The issue is that as we're only the glass manufacturer, we sell our products to the frame makers. And together with them, it's them who sells the complete window towards the shipyard. So it's usually the frame maker who are dealing on direct business with the shipyards. However, when it's a topic like this, like lightweight solutions or passenger comfort, we have had contact with some of the major shipyards like Fincantieri, Meyer in China, SWS, etc.
Okay, good then. Next question. This is for you, Carol. Is Cyclimaver duct equivalent to steel?
So thanks for this nice question towards Cyclimaver. So Cyclimaver, as you have hope understood, is foreseen to let's say replace the thin metal duct that are used for heating, ventilation on board. Cyclimaver is not considered as steel equivalent as per definition of the virtually exact, but codes have been generally written for metallic duct. Therefore, when you have an innovation or a new product coming, regulation barrier has to be overpassed first by proving that your material is safe to use and give substantial benefits to the maritime industry. And I guess, and I hope, this is just to conclude on Cyclimaver. Cyclimaver is non-combustible, do not contribute to the fire, and is fully certified. So we hope that with Cyclimaver we will convince the whole maritime industry that we have a gem in the end.
Okay. Next question then. At the top now is a question that goes like this. Who takes the decisions on choice of solutions or products which could be more expensive in procurement, but cheaper in long term? ROI, return of investment. I think I will handle this one, if you're okay with that.
By all means.
I think there are several factors implicated in this question. Ship design or naval architects have definitely their preferred choice of product or suppliers. Ship owners and operators, they have also theirs. And the shipyard have their interests in doing it as cheap as possible. It is also a little bit dependent on how specific the specification of the ship is coming from the naval architect. But it's necessarily not often the cheapest product in the price list that will give the best return of investment. In order to calculate which product gives the best return, you have to take into consideration the whole value chain, I think. Logistics, handling at yard, storing at yard, installation time, and so on. We have to include the whole value chain in order to see what gives the best return of interest. I think that was okay, yes? Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear.
So, Ronald, he have asked, we are looking for a solution to paint the glass cloth surface of insulated bulkheads and decks. Solution to be maritime approved. Carol?
Yes. Yes. So for the paints to use on top of our bricks, we will not at Isover have the correct, let's say, the correct answer. We are not supplying paints. What we could offer is that our glass fabrics, depending on the type, can be painted by a certain type of grade of paint, depending on their position. So let's say that yes, we could help you to find out which company, let's say, have approved paint that could be used on our facings.
Very good. And still another one to Carol. You're very popular here today. Martin is asking, what is your view on aerogel treated insulation, which could potentially be much thinner?
Yes, about aerogels. Yes, so it's true that the aerogel have very nice benefits, especially when it comes to thermal performances. And I think they have found also their application inside the maritime industry. I guess they are largely used for the subsea today. So, well, what to say, Kjetil? You want to complete on aerogel? Yeah, we have to see, in fact, for the potential of such a material, we have to take into account the complete expectation from our customer, meaning we need to answer fire protection, thermal and acoustic, total cost of installation, total cost of ownership to really, let's say, place it in our offer. So today we provide mineral wool insulation as we are convinced that these are the best solutions that answer to the needs of the customer today.
But for ships, are aerogels MED certificated, or do they come with a MED certificate? I don't think so.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I really do not know.
The Norfolk standards, I think they can. I hope that was a good answer, Martin. So for you, Luis, does the classification authorities accept the lightweight certificates issued by other notified bodies?
That's a good question. There is not a specific requirement or rule saying that the classifications authorities are forced on accepting the certificates issued by the other ones. However, we have seen in past projects that it is possible, and it's a lot as well depending on the project itself. So it's very project dependent. But usually we have had the case that yes, if the certificate is issued by Lloyd's or by DNB and the project is being carried on by RINA, as an example, there is the possibility for both classifications authorities to recognize the certificates issued by each other. So it is possible.
Okay. And how do I know which coating can be combined with lightweight products? Luis, I think this is also Vetrotech's question.
Absolutely. Well, in principle, all different coatings can be combined with our lightweight solution. However, what's important here is really to identify truly which coating is better suited for your project. As I mentioned, it depends a lot on the type of ship that you are designing, as well as where the ship will sail through. We have different coatings, whether it's for sunny, hot regions, like for cruise ships sailing in the Caribbean, or whether it's for thermal insulation, for ships sailing through the Nordic Sea, for example, or different ferries or exploratory vessels in the Antarctica. So it's really up to us, and we count with the support of certified software called Saint-Gobain, where we can basically put together the customized solution for the glazing that you need specifically for your product. And then we could issue an official data sheet with all the values that these coatings would bring to the project that it's needed. So in principle, it's about selecting which coating is the right one for your specific project. And it's possible to combine all of our coatings with our lightweight solutions.
Very good. On to the next question. What could weight savings mean for a design? Well, I think I will try to answer this one. I think that would allow an operator or a ship owner to increase their payload. That's one of the things it could mean. It will also be more cost efficient in terms of saving energy. It could give them also huge benefits in saving fuel or energy if it's a hybrid or fully electric vessel. And most importantly, we reduce the CO2 emissions. Be nice to the environment. Okay, let's see. Still a lot of questions.
I think there's one that I can take. It's by an anonymous submitter, and it says, what is the thickest pressure pane that you can manufacture, and what is the thickness typically required by the classifications authorities? Well, within the glass industry, it's the thickest thickness that it's being produced. It's usually around 25 millimeters. However, as I mentioned on the presentation, we try to stay away from using this thicker glass by using the solution, the static light. Now, what typically is required by the classifications authorities, it really depends. It can vary a lot. There's not a specific thick nominal glass thickness that needs to be made. It depends a lot on the project, but to give you an example, it could be up to 19 plus 19 plus 19 or 25 plus 25. The key message is that the thicker that the nominal glass thickness is issued by the classification authorities, the greater weight savings that it's possible to be achieved with static light.
From Florial, is it possible to receive a PDF of your presentations today? I will check. You will definitely receive a link with the entire webinar after this is completed. Also with questions if we run out of time that were not answered.
But I think by all means we can send each of the presentations or everything together with as a PDF file. I think it should.
I also think that it should not be a problem, Florian. I think we should be able to. When in the process is the first weight calculation? Well, we heard David talk a little bit about this earlier, and it's early in the basic design stage that we have the first weight budget, and calculating the hull, whether it's steel or aluminum, that's easy enough because they know the weight of the metal. They constantly throughout the project they monitor the weight and the weight budget that they matches or is not exceeded in any way. This, of course, in order to stay within the rules, the class, and the notification of the project. Yeah. What we have to expect from R&D on ultimate products and solutions for A-class on steel constructions. Carol, this is on you.
Thanks, Jetil. Thanks, Carlo, for this question. So I think in terms of R&D, Isover did a lot of efforts in the past year, so proving the commitment we had and we do have for marine, and it will continue. So we are always investing to make our solutions more attractive and to answer the customer needs. So for A-class steel construction, as of today, I have nothing to say, but it's we have something in the pipeline for 2022. And by the way, I profit this time saying we are coming with a new solution for B15 extensions. So you can already, Carlo, use or promote this solution or design with this solution. We have also Climavert, proving that we are always investing not only in fire protection but also inside technical equipments, let's say.
Very good. Are the insulation materials also in use in other branches? Carol.
What should I understand by other branches so how should I understand this question in other brands of Saint-Gobain or in?
Say for technical insulation, I think it's safe to say we have other branches like onshore activities, maybe ships, oil rigs. I don't know.
Yes, our technical insulation solution. So as presented earlier in the presentation, in fact, for insulation, we address transportation segments, so automotive, marine, trains. We address also HVAC, so land-based for building, let's say, HVAC equipment. We have process industry, insulation solution for process industry and also for household appliances. So you could find more information on where our insulation can be used on our Isover technical insulation website.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, then it's on to our last question. What are the differences between glass wool, stone wool, and UC Protect? Carol, take it away.
Thanks, Jetil, for this last question. So, first of all, we are in every case, stone wool, UC Protect, glass wool. We are speaking about mineral wool insulation, having exceptional thermal properties that contribute hugely to save energy and combat climate change. Besides this, due to the structure, in fact, of this mineral wools, these interwoven fibers, which we prevent the movement of the air, so we have a very good performance in acoustic. So we combat the noise pollution, and we have also we promote the safety by reducing the risk of fire. And inside these mineral wools, there are two types, glass wool and stone wool, which differ from their composition. And so also glass wool and stone wool can be are non-combustible and are used widely in the maritime industry. Only UC Protect and stone wool are the common material for fire protection when it comes to fire protection, like Carlo mentioned before, A-class solution or integrated insulation inside OEM equipment. Just to mention that UC Protect is a lighter solution than traditional stone wool. So mentioned before, it's 45% lighter than a traditional stone wool. I hope to have clarified this point about these mineral wools.
I personally think it was a very good answer. Well,
thank you.
It seems like we have run out of questions and also out of time. It seems we have also met all of our audience expectations by answering all the questions. So all that's left for me to say is to thank you, Carole and Luis, to be here with me today, going through this webinar, and of course to all the attendees, our audience, for your active participation and for all of your questions. Following this interactive session, you will receive an email with a replay of this entire webinar. Also, today presenting, including our contacts and how to get in contact with us, and also the answers to the questions we did not have time to answer today. Well, they will have all the questions answered then, because we reached everything. Once again, thank you for your active participation. Take care, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good afternoon.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.